want you to take a deep, big breath. And you can now assume a lying position if you like. And you can allow your eyes to get closed. And allow yourself to go even deeper inside now. Slowly, slowly, you can focus more and more on your inner feeling, on your breathing, on the sensation in your body. And you can scan your body just for a second and see if there is any stress, discomfort, blockage. And if there is anything like this, you can basically hold your breath, take a big breath, hold the breath, make fists, and bring all this stress, discomfort, condense energy into your fists. And hold them, only if you need. And when you feel all the stress is there, just breathe out and allow all the energy to release. Release your palm and let everything relax. And allow yourself to go deeper into a state of calmness, to a state of trance. And we're going back into this time travel machine. It might be some kind of a tunnel or like even a phone booth like Doctor Who, or anything that can take you back in time. And you're starting to move back in time, back in place, toward the place where a child, when you were around 5, toward the neighborhood in which you lived, toward the home in which you grew, toward the door that was the door of your parents. You can open the door now. And see how the house looked from the inside. What art pieces were there, how the table looked, what smells, what voices were there. And you can go to your room, the room in which you grew, and look at the room. How was that room? And that in this room, you see your inner child. How is he or her? And let's try to connect to your inner child at a time she was still the chosen child. Not too many skills were yet developed. But he or she needed so much to feel that she is the gift of her parents for her very being. It might be really young age, maybe 3 or 4 or 5, doesn't matter, or even before. But go exactly to the point where the chosen child, experience those experiences that set how she or he feels about her worth, about her value from simply being her or him. And if what she felt was contradictory to what she needed to grow, you can take the beneficial adult place. You can hold as an adult her hand, his hand. You can tell her or him, you are worthy just the way you are. Exactly the way you are, it is good. You are whole and you are lacking nothing. And you are allowed to love yourself, to value yourself, just for being who you are. And you can now take a dip from the Holy Grail and let your inner child drink this drop from the Holy Grail. Maybe you need more than one drop. Give him or her as much as she needs. Till he feel that she is loved just the way she is. Till she see herself from the perspective of the divine. Till she fully accept herself the way she is. She fully sees that she has worth just from being in this world. You can take this beautiful, beautiful being in your hand, just hold her or him, and you go with him or with her back into the time machine, and you progress a little bit in time till you find your prodigy child. The time when your inner child starts to develop talented skills. He was in real learning, conscious learning processes. And he wants the parent's adoration, the parent excitement for every new thing he learned. And if he didn't get it the way he should, it's time for your beneficial parent, inner parent, to come to this inner child and tell her or him how wonderful, smart, special he or she are. He is, she is. How unique her or his gifts are. Every person has his own special talent, gift, spark. There is nobody who have exactly the same thing. You might suppress it to become like everybody else, but each one has its own unique radiance, talent. And you can let the prodigy child have a drop from the Holy Grail, or more if he needs or she needs. And as she drinks from it, she sees her talent, her gift, from the standpoint of the divine. Her special, unique spark, talent, gift. And how precious this talent, gift is. And we can now progress. Take this prodigy child with you. And in coming back into the time travel machine, you go a little further toward the Oedipal child. We meet the part of us that needed so much, the opposite parent, sex parent intimacy. Opposite gender parent intimacy. Can meet this child. And if that child was not handled right, was not treated right, his seeking for intimacy, for love, was not met in the right way, either by detachment, coldness, or by suffocating, holding type of warmth. This is the time to show him, show her how intimacy, how love should really be. And you can let him or her drink from this holy grail to see how intimacy, how love is supposed to be from the perspective of the Creator, of the divine. And as she learned it, as he learned it, see how his whole perception of himself, herself, as a sexual, sensual, gender being is changed. His whole perception of, or her whole perception of her body might even change. Very different acceptance of her or his sexuality might be formed. And the last step. Let's take this child with us as well. And we're going now on this time machine to meet our hero child. The child that learned to find his own power, courage, strength, daring, energy. If his energy was not met by the parents, he might either become kind of a coward or afraid from his own shadow, or somebody who has to show how strong or brave he is all the time. Both are not balanced. So tell him how much you trust his powers. Be the beneficial adult who train him to trust himself, trust his powers, trust his ability to experience life without getting break or crushed or destroyed. And even if you fall from the horse sometimes or get crushed, that you should fully trust him to be able to come back again on the horse, to collect himself again and actually learn, become stronger from every challenge. And you can now let him drink from the cup, from the Holy Grail. So you see how courage, power is seen from the perspective of the Creator, from the divine, how his power is supposed to be manifested in this world from the divine perspective. Let this deep, deep insight reveal itself to your inner hero child. It's time to let this child join you as well. And you're going back into the time machine with these four childs with you. And you start programming this time machine to go back to here and now, to the time in which you are a mature adult. And as you go forward in time, these children start to develop and grow. Like this part will grow if they got all the right nourishment and love they were supposed to get as children. So they grow to become confident, wise, balancedly loving, courageous, powerful, mature adults. And they are all with you now, in the here now, out of the time machine. And you can see these parts as mature being, as mature parts of yourself. And there is this energy that connects you and them. And all the information that needs to be passed from them to you, from you to them, is now transmitted. They give you all the knowledge, all the power, all the love, all the capacity to function correctly, healthily, courageously, confidently in this world. And as information between you is transferred, they get closer and closer and closer to you. And you become more and more like them. They become more and more like you. And there is a moment in which they just enter into you. And all the energy is mixed with your energy. All the power is mixed with your power. And you get all the healthy, beneficial, supporting qualities to integrate within you. So now you can imagine yourself within a bubble. It's like an egg, and this egg, you allow all the integration of all the different parts to happen. Till you feel this integration is complete.